Hello, class, and welcome. I planned on making this a little later, but since I got an email from one of your classmates, I thought I should go ahead and set everything up, especially if you want to start early, if you have other classes going, you have some free time. So my name is Mike Ferguson. I'm your instructor. I should start probably still lead with that. This is Chem 100, the 5-week class that starts mid-February. So, I'm right now at the La Lima page. Oh, and then the purpose of this video is to orient you to the class, show you how things work. And so here I am at the La Lima site and at the overview page, and this video is going to be uploaded here. That's a different video, of course. And so let me start with the syllabus real briefly. So here is the syllabus of the class. And so expand all this here. Chem 100 is a non-majors class, non-STEM majors class. So this is typically for liberal arts students that fulfilling their just science requirement. So here's me. There's my office hours, and let's see here. Much of this stuff. It's fairly self-explanatory. Let me talk about the grade breakdown. So there are 5 tests worth 10% of the grade. They're at the end of each week, and then homework's 45%, and participation in the forums is the remaining 5%. So that's the scores there. I in general will be very easy on the grading for the forums. And the resources, which I'll show you later, has the rubric to show you how I'm going to grade them, but I'm going to grade them pretty liberally, so don't worry about that too much. Just write a few sentences, and 10 point split for the grades. So okay, and here are the resources you can check out. And in general, if you have any issues, let me know. I mean, you might see, although you only had me for 5 weeks, one of my major things is, as a faculty member, I feel that my role is changing. So faculty roles are changing, and among the things we do triage. So trying to help you out with any sort of basic needs, if you are having your basic needs not being met, if you're having mental health issues. We're good connectors, so if you have any of those issues, please let me know, and I will do what I can. What I do is connect you to services, and this is other things too. If you have other things going on, I know that there's a program to get to people get off of smoking, for instance. So, and another point I should mention is I'm a responsible person by the federal government. So let it forever be known, I am a responsible person. What that means is that if you tell me anything that has to do with domestic abuse, any part of stalking, sexual-based stalking, or violence or sexual assault, I am required by law to report it. So please let me know there. If you have issues and you want to talk about it, you can talk to me about a confidential source, and I can find you a confidential source. So I just let you know there. Okay, so there's a syllabus, and then let me get to the work. So first of all, you start here first, and first thing you do your introduction forum. So that's one of the things there. And if you have to do this in a previous class, go ahead and copy paste it. That's fine. That's not plagiarism. It's your own stuff. So, okay, and week 1, and you can see here on the left, week 1 is due February 19th. So February 19th, and that's a Sunday when it's due. And so up here, learning outcomes, checklist, and it's basically chapters 1 through 4. And I've made lectures here. So here are the PowerPoints. Here is the lecture. They're usually about an hour long. And then your turn. So assess for homework. So I have a forum. Each of the weeks also has a forum. Here, how to talk to your professor. So this is one I made, and then you write it in the forum there, and then you do the homework and take the test. So where is the homework? Where is the test? It's on mastering chemistry, and the way that you access this, you click on this vital source. So if you're wondering, Vital Source is a company that makes they do ebooks, and they custom made this for LaLima because LaLima is terrible. This is a very, very terrible learning management system, and we are talking about getting rid of LaLima, and I am so happy to hear that. So now, mind you, it's going to look a little different for you. But what you would do is you're going to click on this launch courseware. And again, I've already done this. So, and you will get to this. I don't know what it's going to look like for you. I don't know what's going to be different for the first time you do it. But you can click that and you can go into My Lab and Mastering. And one of the things about Mastering, it does not work very well on Safari. Yeah, so you can already see here. Safari and Mastering get along like potassium and water. So I use Firefox. Supposedly Chrome is the best, but I personally use Firefox. And going through that, you will get to the course. Again, it's going to look a little different for you because you're a student and I'm the instructor. And here's the course page for the instructor. And you can click on these assignments. And when you click on the assignments, you will see here things like the chapter 1 homework. So here's the one, chapter 1. If you might hear my cat in the background, she's doesn't like the neighbor cat, so they're fighting. And that's another thing. I don't know how it works on LaLima, but I know in Canvas you don't need a pop-up blocker turned off. But I suspect you're going to have the pop-up blocker turned off and when you do this. So just as an FYI. And sorry about that. I decided to get rid of a cat emergency, but I might keep it in the video because it might be amusing for you. Anyways, so here's what assignment looks like. If you can't see this, like I said, check your pop-up blocker and don't use Safari. Chrome, like I said, is the best. Use Firefox, and sometimes making sure it's updated, and also if that doesn't work, clearing the cache. Honestly, it's usually updated if you don't have an updated browser. That's usually what the issue is for this. But anyways, here is the stuff, and there's a student data view. It would be this. You would get the standard view for that. So this is what it would go, and you select one of these, and you move on. And the tests. So that is the lecture for chapter 1. And then the test is down here. Test 1 for chapter 4. So there's a test. You can see the due dates there. What is that? February 19th, second month of the year. So I got a PhD and I can't remember the name of the second month of the year. Yes. Second month of the year is February. So February 19th. Okay. And I'm going to go back to this. So first week, do February 19th, chapters 1 through 4, so do that, and that's 95% of the assessment of the class is the homework and the tests. And so you have the first batch is due then on that Sunday, and again, this is a fast class, so then you can go to week 2. If you want to roll, just keep on working if you want. If you have extra time, it depends on your schedule. So everything is set up now. I'm actually going to send this to you guys early because if you want to start working on this, that's fine too. So what I can't do, I have to submit grades though, and before the end of March. That's one thing. Grades are due soon. So please also keep that in mind, is I have to submit the grades early. Early as in, like not in May, but in March. So try and get things done. I can't, as far as submitting grades, if you're not done with stuff, I'd have to submit an incomplete. So, and that might mess up some of your scholarships if you're getting them, or programs. So just keep that in mind. But I'm saying that I'm willing to work with you. So I don't, depends on the program. A lot of times they don't they don't report the grades till later. I don't know the way they report the grades for your institution, whatever. I mean, institution, like if you're doing this for work or something like that. So it just depends. So I recommend you try and stay on schedule. Is the point of that? Try and stay on schedule as much as you can. So and the due dates are all there. There is no final for this class, just 5 tests, and each week has also a forum. So there's the intro forum, and then there are forums on study skills. So here is note-taking skills, and well, week two is are these chapters. So here, and likewise homework on mastering chemistry. So mastering chemistry is here. So, and you go through and do that, and that's the course in a nutshell. So, and here are the lectures. So as far as my communication, so I am going to always send out 2 massive emails per week. The first one is due dates. That's done at the beginning of the week. And the second one is a feel-good message. Because science, I mean, I love science. So you think I love science? I got a PhD in it. I even I love it so much, I married a scientist. So my wife is an astronomer, so I'm married to a scientist as well. So I'm very, very fond of science, and I think science is cool. And the second part of the week, I send out kind of hey, this is something that's cool that's going on in the realm of science. Usually chemistry. I mean, very chemistry centered. I mean, this is a chemistry class, and I'm a chemist, so you will see a lot of more frequently the chemistry kind of feel-good messages. And also I always try to look out for you guys in terms of if you need help. As I've said before, my role is changing as a faculty member. Also, my own personal style, I see myself more as a coach. So I'm like a chemistry coach for you, and so I'm going to check up on you after the due dates. So after each due date, get an email from me. And if you get an email from me, you're never in trouble. I'm willing to work with you. We'll sort things out, but I'll send you an email if I'm concerned. What are some things I'm concerned? I'm concerned about a low grade. I'm concerned about falling grades. So if you get an A in the first test and you get a B in the second test, I'm gonna write you an email. We're like, hey, what's up? Is everything going fine? Because I find frequently that when students' grades start to drop, that's when something else is going on. So it's kind of also, I mean, an A to a B, that's still a passing grade, but I'm just worried that there's something else is going on, and if there's anything I can do to help. I can't really do it after the 24th, because that's the last day of the 5-week term. One thing to note, though, between week 4 and week 5, there is actually 2 weeks, and well, not quite 2 weeks, Sunday to Friday. Why is there a longer period in that? Because of spring break. Okay, so spring break is in the middle of that, so you actually get a bonus week. Does that mean you have to stop and not do anything on spring break? No, you can keep on working. Spring break, you are allowed to work during our spring break. So keep that in mind also. But it's kind of nice, and you can that might be a nice week to catch up on things. So if you get stuck, if you're going forward and you get stuck. This is a pretty fast-paced class, but this is something you can do in 5 weeks. I've actually had students do this class in like 2 or 3 weeks. So and this is conceptual. It's not very math-oriented, so it can be. You could speed racer your way through this if you want. So, but I'm going to end the video soon. I think I've covered all my points. If you have any questions about how the course works, or if you need anything, please let me know. Email is usually the easiest way to get a hold of me. So if you have any questions, like I said, oh yeah, I just said that. Okay, so I'm going to say aloha for now. Aloha.